had set this day to make sure that I had all the discovery. I've spoken with Ms. Zenda at great length. I have all the discovery, and I believe we have an exam set for next week, Your Honor. We're good to go.
And Your Honor, this was the case where we originally thought we had the discovery before. We were up last week and the court indicated they would set it on the 30th.
Right, I had not said it yet, but I would set it on the 30th. Okay.
My apologies, Your Honor. I thought it was already set. I had such faith in Ms. Zenda's office.
Preliminary examination in person will be set for December 30th, 2025, 12 noon. And that is before me.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
And Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate stepping in for Mr. Gaddy on behalf of Ms. Almy, who stands to my right. Please state your name. for the
Amber
record.
Almany, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. I do have a green sheet prepared by Mr. Gaddy, Your Honor. We are requesting an adjournment for mitigation purposes.
Without objection, probable cause conference will be adjourned to January 15th, 2026, 9 a.m. Bound continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Your name, sir?
Moses Cunningham Page.
Thank you.
Your Honor, he is executing a exam waiver. And Your Honor, with that,
Sir. Go ahead. What were you-
I did submit an order for release to inpatient treatment. That was going to be a part of the agreement between defense and the prosecution for an order that may be available to him in circuit court.
People had no objection to that order. But he does need, yeah, you're gonna need a tether proprietary place. All right. Sir, you're waiving your right to have a preliminary examination?
Yes, sir.
You understand that that's a proceeding where the people would have to show by probable cause that the offenses alleged were committed and that you committed them.
Yes, sir.
You understand you'll not have that hearing and you'll proceed to circuit court for further resolution.
Yes, sir.
All right. People also waive their right? Preliminary examination having been waived, defendant is bound over to circuit court on both counts.
We acknowledge receipt of the complaint, waive the formal reading and stand mute at this time.
Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute, court will enter not guilty plea. Pretrial will be set for
January 6th at 1:30 before Judge Company.
January 6, 2026, 1:30 before Judge Company. Bond will continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Honor, today is the date and time set for a probable cause conference.
I know.
We have a waiver here. My client is waiving and he's due to enter into the sobriety court circuit.
So you're waiving your right to a preliminary examination?
Yes.
You understand that that's a proceeding where the people would have to show by probable cause that the offenses alleged were committed and that you committed them.
Yes.
You understand you'll not have that hearing. You'll proceed to circuit court for further resolution.
Yep.
People also waive their right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Preliminary examination having been waived, defendant is bound over to circuit court on both counts.
Thank you, Your Honor. We acknowledge receipt of the information. We waive formal readings and stand mute to the charges.
Defendant never waived formal reading, standing mute. Court will enter not guilty plea. Pretrial will be set for February 12th, 2026, 1:30
Your Honor, may I address bond when appropriate?
before Judge Slay.
May I address bond when appropriate?
He's out.
Yeah, he's just on a tether.
You're gonna blow it.
He's
Go ahead.
He's- Your Honor, my client is asking that he be able to turn in his SoberLink. He's been on it for 3 months. He's due to enter into the sobriety court. He's just looking to save some money and get rid of an expense that may not be needed at this time.
Well, when is he getting into the, well, here's what I'm gonna do. I don't need a response from people. I'm gonna deny your request. I think certainly once he's in that program or at some point, given their evaluation, I think they'd be in a better position to rule for the removal of that. So I'm gonna deny your request. Bond will continue with its conditions.
Understood. Your Honor. Thank you.
February 6th, Your Honor.
What was that date, Your Honor? Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah. Well, this.
Mr. Castro, you know the date? What?
I think it was February 6th.
I thought 12.
No, it's February 12th.
12.
I was very early.
All right. Everybody got that now?
Got it, Your Honor.
February 12th.
February 12th. Thank you, Your Honor. Constable Basie on behalf of Mr. Javante Jackson, who's present to my right. Javante, can you state your full name for the record?
All you do is Javante Jackson.
Thank you.
At this time, we're going to be requesting to set for preliminary exam.
All discovery is complete.
To our knowledge, yes.
People have their witnesses available to set. Preliminary examination in person will be set January 6, 2026, 9 a.m. before Judge Perry. Bound will continue. All right, thank you. Court calls the case of the people versus Jasmine Morris.
My audition on behalf of Ms. Morris. Ms. Morris, can you please state your name for the record?
you please say your name for the record, Ms. Morris?
Jasmine Sequist. Jasmine Morris.
Thank you. You're requesting a forensic competency.
Yes, please, Your Honor. It's submitted.
Forensic evaluation competency is ordered. I've signed those orders. I'll set the hearing for March 26, 2026, 9 a.m. Bond will continue. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
I have a question.
Of course you do. Yes. Yes. What is your question?
Is it any way we can like drop the charges because it happened a while back ago?
Ms. Morris, we can come talk to you after court to discuss that with you, okay?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Court calls case, People versus James Holmes.
Senator Water, Assistant Prosecuting Attorney for the People.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jay Grant Miller, P58658, on behalf of Mr. Holmes, who approaches the podium. Please state your name.
James Holmes. Thank you. You're requesting an adjournment.
Yes, Your Honor. It's a last-minute appointment. I don't.
Hearing no objection, January 15, 2026, 9 a.m. Bond continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Austin Obese on behalf of Ahmed Muhammad. Can you state your full name for the record, please?
Ahmed Muhammad. Thank you. What are we
At this time, we're requesting to set this for a preliminary exam.
All discovery is complete.
To our knowledge, yes.
People have their witnesses available to 6. Preliminary examination in person will be set January 6, 2026, 9 a.m. That is before Judge R. Hagenon. If that's it, I think that's everyone's down.
They were.
They were.
Oh, they are. They're orange J.
Oh,
Kermit Adush on behalf of Mr. Jay Ganan, I'm stepping in for APD Pate.
Hagenon, you need to turn on your camera. Figures this will happen on your case.
Exactly. No stepping in, Janaza to
Who are you stepping in for?
APD Pate.
I just couldn't.
Okay, it's okay. State your name.
Jose Shaigonon.
All right.
Your Honor, I believe APD Pate submitted a green sheet. We are adjourning. I don't believe we have discovery on this case yet.
Don't have discovery yet.
No.
I will adjourn probable cause in this matter to January 15, 2026, 9 a.m. Bond will continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Thank you, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jay Grant Miller, P58658, on behalf of Mr. William.
Your name?
Dallas Williams.
Thank you.
Your Honor, I had the opportunity to speak with Mr. Williams this morning. I understand this is an unpaid child support. He's currently being garnished the maximum amount allowable by law for 6 separate support orders. He's only getting garnished 6 separate support orders. He's
Okay.
getting about $200 for this particular one, which is ordered to pay $400, but only $200 from his monthly check are going to this order.
Every other week.
Every other week. It's putting him in arrears with many of the orders, but quite frankly, Your Honor, I would like to address bond because I think he just needs to get back to work.
Well, I don't know anything about that, but this is from a period alleged from November of 2020 to July of 2023.
And that is currently being deducted from his paycheck over at Trinity Health. But that portion.
But is that current support being deducted?
With the
It's
6
current, it's current and arrears added to it. Like they added my arrears and my current on that.
But what period?
So the period July to 2023, with the period you talking about, I wasn't working. I wasn't working at all. And like, it was hard for me at that time. I was homeless. I wasn't.
Okay, I get all that, but what I'm saying is, I don't think that would be a reduction in bond. I mean,
Well,
I think he owed like 20,000,
yes, Your Honor.
a little over.
And with the 6 support orders garnishing the maximum allowable under the law from his check every
I
week.
don't know, where is that like an exception? Because the garnishment, the maximum amount of his garnishment.
So I pay $900 a month.
Okay,
It's
I'll
house
quit
support. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Where is that exception?
Your Honor,
Why
Under-
would that be an exception?
It is not an exception to his arrearage. However, the court rules only allow a certain amount of an individual's wages to be garnished.
Well, it's a statute that does that.
Statute, I apologize. However, with multiple children with support orders and arrearages, they will take the maximum that they possibly
Which I think
can
is 25%.
to,
So there's another 75%.
actually, Your Honor, under the friend of the court, they actually take more than 25%.
Okay, but there's still more left.
With 6 support orders, I believe they can take up to 60% of his pay, Your Honor.
Okay, that's fine.
Yes,
The problem is that he didn't pay for almost a 3-year period.
yes, Your Honor.
So
And-
what is the bond argument?
Well, we don't have debtor's prison and he's getting more and more in arrearage as he sits in jail, not paying the $900
It
a
isn't
month.
anything about debtor's prison. It's about taking care of your children.
Yes,
You
Your
got
Honor.
anything else in terms of a bond argument on this?
No, Your Honor.
All right, what do you want to do on this case?
Your Honor, we'd like to have a hearing.
You want a preliminary examination?
Yes, the state can bring in their accounting to see how they can take more money from the man.
It isn't the taking of the money, counsel, if that's what you're going for an exam for. It's his obligation that he hasn't paid.
Yes, Your Honor.
That's the criminal offense.
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, all right. You want an exam? We'll give you an exam. Would the people be able to have their witnesses available the 22nd? Or
Yes,
not
Your
the
Honor.
22nd? When's my next day? The 13th? January 13th?
We can do our best, Your Honor. Thank you.
Right. Preliminary examination in person, January 13th, 2026, 9 a.m. That's before me. Bond will continue.
Your Honor, Ms. Pate did not have contact with our client. I'd ask for an adjournment of the PCC. We have not had contact with him just yet.
Defendant. Having failed to appear, a bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond will be set in the amount of $10,000 cash surety. That warrant will issue immediately.
Assistant Public Defender Sandra White on behalf of Johnny Payne.
Your name, sir?
Johnny Charles Payne.
Your Honor, we're asking for an adjournment. I do think this is something that can, well, you could get waived or worked out, but we're asking for an adjournment.
Without objection, probable cause conference, January 8th. Yes, January 8th, 2026, 9 a.m. Bond continued.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Morning, in your honor, Qasim Bilbais, I have Mohammed Kamisoko, who's present to my right. Can you state your full name for the record, sir?
Mohammed Kamisoko.
Okay.
Yes, your honor. At this time, we're going to be requesting for an adjournment. We did not have discovery as of yesterday afternoon.
Probable cause conference will be adjourned January 15th, 2026, 9 a.m. Bond continued.
Your Honor, very briefly, I would just note, discovery packet was created yesterday, so they should have that soon. Additionally, I am informed that the victim in this case is present here, at least in the building, if not in the courtroom, and victim intended to ask the court for contact with the defendant. People do not agree with that request, but I wanted to make the court aware of that.
And you have no way of responding because you don't have the report. So I'm not going to hear that today, any requests. So Bond will continue with the conditions. Thank you.
Judge Christopher Quinn, appearing on behalf of Mr. Pittman, present.
Your name, sir?
Tyree Bibbins.
Thank you.
We would just like to set this matter for exam.
You have all of the discovery?
Yes, I believe so, Judge, yes. We have a date of January 6th already for another one.
You have what?
Another preliminary exam date for Mr. Bibbins already set for January 6th.
So I don't, is this case connected to that case?
It is not, Your Honor.
Is all the discovery on this case complete?
Yes, Judge.
Would people have their witnesses available?
On the 6th, Your Honor?
Yes.
I see no reason why we wouldn't.
Preliminary examination in person, January 6th, 2026, 9 a.m. That's before Judge. Bond will continue. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Assistant Public Defender Sandra White on behalf of Derek McGuire.
Okay, so they can hear us.
All right, Mr. McGuire, can you state your name, sir?
You tell them your name.
Yeah. You can state my name. What's going on?
You state your name.
I'm stating my name.
Yeah. So tell them your name.
What have I done?
So tell them what your name is.
I'm Derek McGuire.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, I have before me an order regarding, I think we already signed one.
That is correct, Your Honor. It's my understanding that the order the court initially signed had the box check directing people to file a petition. We are not electing to do that, so I believe the subsequent order was submitted without that box check. With that order signed, people will prepare an order to nolly cross.
All right, very good. I've signed that new order. And you're gonna nolly pros
Yes, Your
this
Honor.
case. Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
At this time, I'll just await the order. I'll dismiss the case at this time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Ms. McGuire. Take care of yourself, please, sir.
Also, I forgot to, I think, include the case number on the green sheet. I apologize for that in advance.
That's true. You did.
I'm sorry about that, Your Honor.
How many of those forms has she filled out in the past? Huh?
Can't count.
And she just,
It's when you do one thing wrong, everything else becomes wrong. I didn't add the case number on my file, and so on my notes, and so I didn't have it handy.
so do we.